So I'm here at the Singapore Fintech Festival to talk about smart contracts in the insurance industry. So let me tell you a little bit about that. I do think 2019 is a year where we're going to start seeing real successes in deploying smart contracts. We're not ready yet for some universal code contract language, making lawyers obsolete and drafting contracts through software code. What we are ready for, and we've already seen starting to appear in 2017 and 2018, are less ambitious, more modest domains of application where a small piece of functionality is implemented in an automated contract system. I think we're going to start to see viable commercial models along those lines emerge in 2019. The insurance industry is not the most obvious one to apply smart contracts. Why? Well, there's a bit of a difficult issue in an insurance contract between an insurer and an insured. There has to be a trigger event that triggers a payout. My house burns down, or I have a car accident. By definition, that doesn't live on the blockchain. It's a real-world event that I have to feed into the blockchain. That's not that straightforward. Neither is it impossible. If you can work around that, the insurance sector does seem particularly promising for blockchain implementations. It's a complex ecosystem. You have the insured, the insurer, but also the reinsurers, the brokers, the banks, and so on. Exactly the kind of multilateral sector that blockchains are designed to deal with well. One thing I thought was interesting is that I've seen companies here today that I wouldn't have expected to see at a fintech festival a few years ago. To take just one example, I was speaking to a hardware company that's quite famous for its gaming laptops and computers. They're here at a fintech festival because they've launched their own currency to leverage those technologies to do something that may have seemed counterintuitive some time ago. Here in Southeast Asia, not everybody has a credit card, so it makes so much sense for them to try and tie their business model together using fintech technologies. That model of a non-financial institution, non-startup doing something in the fintech space is hugely interesting, and we're seeing a lot of that here today. I think we're going to continue to see interesting things from the big Chinese data and tech players. I know the news is full of things about a macroeconomic situation that doesn't look great or trade war, but I think you're going to see interesting things happening, especially outside of China. You've already seen some moves towards cooperations in Russia, in Southeast Asia. I expect there's going to be more. It's such a powerful platform. It doesn't really have an equivalent in the kind of apps that are typically used in Western countries. So you may not see everybody using WeChat on the streets of London or New York in 2019, but I do think it's quite possible that you'll see all sorts of functionality built on those platforms start to appear on the streets of Addis Ababa or Hanoi or even Moscow.